Yo guys, what is going on? This is Phelan here. We've been playing some Borderlands 3 lately, so I figured I would bring you guys a tutorial on one of my favorite farms. So after the hotfixes and stuff have went live, what you need to do to be able to do any farming really now is you need to go into offline mode when you play, because that'll remove all the hotfixes that we've had to deal with over the past couple of days. So if you're on a console like PlayStation, Xbox, just go ahead, pull your Ethernet cord, turn your internet settings off on your console, whatever you need to do. Do the same thing on PC. Temporarily disable your internet. Unplug your Ethernet cord, whatever you gotta do. Just make sure you boot the game in offline mode. This is for solo play. I'm not sure how you would do this if you're going to play online with friends, but for solo play, just disable your internet, boot it in offline mode, go ahead and boot in. And once you've booted into the game, all the hotfixes will be like they are not there for you because we are in offline mode. I'm not sure why they did the hotfixes this way, but that is how they did them. So today, guys, I'm going to be showing you what's called the chupachabrach farm. So essentially, the chupachabrach, it's a legendary hunt monster. You're going to go to your fast travel, go to Athena's, because Athena's is where we are going to find the chupachabrach. Now, the run out to the chupachabrach is a little bit of a hassle. There's a little bit of legwork involved in getting out to the area where the chupachabrach is. It's not too bad. I would say if you're running around and you're on Mayhem 3, just try to avoid the enemies because they are going to do some damage and things of that nature. Just run right past them. You should be able to make it out there without any issues, really. So, what we're going to do is we're going to boot into Athena's, as I said. We just loaded into Athena's. Here we go. So, once you're on Athena's, you're just going to go ahead and follow the path that you see me taking here in this video. Before you head out there, I highly recommend stopping by the ammo dump machine and picking up as much ammo as possible, because this is a farm that you can stay at for quite a long time without having to go out and restock and things of that nature. Because this boss does not really require that much ammo. I don't even know if you call this a boss. This is more like a mini boss, but it doesn't require a lot of ammo. You're not going to have very much issue killing it. So we're going to look for the legendary hunt icon that you're seeing on screen right now. This is where on the map you're going to need to get to. So it's a pretty straight shot out there. It's not too bad. For this farm, I would highly recommend Mayhem 3 if possible. It's really not a difficult farm. Chupachabrach does not have a shield. All it is just straight health, so you don't have to worry about armor, shielding, any of that. So it's not a hard boss to melt quickly, especially after the story mode, because after the story mode, I feel like you should probably have a somewhat decent setup. So just go in at the highest mayhem you can handle. If you're running not necessarily great gear, like say you just finished the story, and you're just trying to farm up to level 50, or you're just trying to farm up some legendaries so you can start True Vault Hunter mode, what I would recommend is every time you spawn in, you're going to want to check your Mayhem multipliers. Or not multipliers, I'm sorry, your Mayhem... Maybe they are called multipliers, I'm not sure. Anyways, you're going to want to check your Mayhem settings, because in Mayhem mode, you're going to have different Mayhem settings. So you might have, for example, a 50% debuff on assault rifle, SMG, and shotgun damage. So if you're running all SMGs, all assault rifles, all shotguns, this is not going to be good for you at all if you're getting that kind of debuff, because you're basically going to be losing 50% of all your overall damage. So just check those if your gear's not that great, and just save quit every time if it's not that great until you get favorable modifiers. So that's the new U station we're going to spawn at. Once you get up those stairs to that right, make sure you sync to that new U station. Sorry, I was talking about modifiers and I got a little off track. But so then you're going to run over here to the left. You'll see that yellow spot, and there's chupachabrach. This is where you're going to come every time for the farm. The new U station you just saw is exactly where you'll spawn every time you save quit for this boss, or mini boss, whatever you want to call it. So this is a great place to farm up legendaries. This is a great place to farm up XP. I went from, I believe, level 34 to level 50 in right around 2.5 hours, I would say. It's really not a bad farm. It's not a hard farm at all. You can walk in and melt it. And obviously, I'm level 50. I have basically all legendary gear at this point. So I wouldn't necessarily say my build is optimal, but my build is pretty good, so I do melt it very quickly. Your experience may vary depending on your level, your gear, things of that nature. I also recommend that while farming this, if you can, if you don't already have one, there's a legendary artifact called the try to remember what it's called. It's like the weighted dice or the unfair dice or something along those lines. Essentially, it's a legendary artifact that increases your luck with drops. So you're going to take a massive hit to your HP. That's why, as you're seeing here, my HP is not even at 2,000 right now. I think they're called lucky dice, actually. That sounds right. So it's a legendary artifact. You take a massive HP debuff, which kind of sucks. But as long as you have a pretty decent shield, for this farm, you really don't need a lot of HP. You're not going to be going down a lot, which is very fortunate. And it gives you a massive boost to your luck. You're going to get a lot more legendaries. I've definitely noticed a noticeable difference in the number of legendaries that I get whenever I run this farm with and without the dice. So I highly recommend you pick one up. If you don't already have one, you can get one from chupachabrach. So just be on the lookout for that while you're farming. This run I didn't get very favorable modifiers, so it took a little longer. I didn't melt it quite as fast. I don't actually check my modifiers, but I don't know. This one just must have really bad modifiers or something. There's a legendary. We got a Chupa's Organ. That's the grenade mod that specifically drops from chupachabrach. While you're farming this is the only place to get the Chupa's Organ that I'm aware of. So be on the lookout for that as well, because unique legendaries are always really cool. And it's really nice that they have that kind of unique loot pool so that you can't just farm one thing over and over again and get every legendary in the game. I really like that. So hopefully, guys, this tutorial has helped you. Hopefully you'll be able to go out there and get plenty of legendaries, plenty of XP. I should be starting my True Vault Hunter playthrough today. If you ever want to watch any of my playthroughs live, I'm not always, but I'm live on a fairly regular basis over on twitch.tv/Phelan_, which I will leave that link down there in the description for you. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment, or you can jump in my Discord server, which the link will also be in the description for. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it helps you. If it does, like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more Borderlands 3 content.